When was the last time you received a handwritten letter from someone? These days, it's quite rare. Isn't that too bad? So, receiving a handwritten letter from a friend or a loved one gives you such a nice feeling. Unlike with a text message or an email, a letter feels personal. Personal just for you, not quickly made, and sent to many different people. But what's a handmade letter? So person for someone to take the time to find nice stationery or the paper you write letter on and write it in messenger texts by hand. So this the person took time out of their day just for you. We all know that time is something as most people don't have money today. Not only this writing letter to time, but it also takes time to find a stamp and take the letter all the way to the post office. Now you really know that person went out of their way to send something special. Did you know that research shows that writing and receiving and handwritten letter actually make you happy? Research and Cat is University says the test time to write letter help you practice gratitude or being happy and thankful for the people and things you have in your life. Just can think about its pride. Your loved ones your feel when they open the mailbox to find a handwritten letter from you. That's hard to make you feel good, right? When was the last time you received or sent a handwritten letter? Take as someone you love, maybe your sister, grandmother,
or best friend,
or best friend,
and
and
write them
write them
a beautiful
is beautiful.
handwritten letter.
Handwritten letter.
I promise
A promise.
it will make their day
If we will make day
just a little brighter.
just a little
was
brother.
Last time
When which is last time
you received a
you receive a handwritten
handwritten letter from someone?
letter from someone?
These days,
Miss Day
it's quite rare.
is quite rare.
Isn't that too bad though?
Isn't that too bad then?
Oh, receiving a handwritten letter
Receiving a handwritten letter
from a friend
from a friend
or a loved one
or a loved one
gives you such a nice
give you just a nice
feeling.
feeling.
Unlike with a text
Unlike with a text message
or an email,
just or an email,
a letter feels so personal.
a letter feel personal.
Personal in this case
Personal in this case
means feeling something is special
mean feeling something is special
just for you,
just for you,
not quickly made,
not quickly made,
and sent to many different
and sent to many different
people.
people.
But what makes a handwritten letter
But what makes a handwritten letter
so personal?
so personal?
For someone to take the time
For someone to take the time
to find nice
to find nice dictionary
or the paper you write letters on,
or the paper you write letters on,
and write the entire
and write the entire message
message
by hand
shows that the person
so that the person
took time out of their day
look time at her
just for you.
just for you.
We all know that time
We all know that time
is something that most
something that most
people don't have much
people
of
don't have much
these days.
this day.
Not only does writing
Not only does writing
a letter take
letter
time,
time,
but it also takes time to
but it also takes time to
find a stamp and take
find a stand
the letter all the way to
and take letter far away
the post office.
the post office.
Now you really know that
Now you really know
that person went out of their
went out there
way to send
way to say
and something special.
something special.
Did you know that research shows
Did you know that research
that
shows
writing
that writing
and receiving a handwritten letter
and receiving has hand letter
actually makes you happy?
actually make you happy?
Research at Kent State University
Research at Kent University
says that taking the time to
says that taking the time to
write letters
write
helps
letter
you practice
help you practice
attitude
to
or being happy
or be
thankful
happy
for the people and things you have in your life. Just think about this.
just think about
Surprise your loved
the pride your love
ones will feel
was
when
of
they
you.
open their mailbox
What
to
people in the
find
mailbox
a handwritten letter from you. That has to make you feel
that had to make the you feel
good,
good,
right?
right?
When was the last time you received
What is
or
the last
sent
time you
a
received?
handwritten letter? Think of someone you love.
Can
Maybe
is
your
someone
sister,
you love,
grandmother,
grandmother,
or best friend,
or best
and
friend,
write them a beautiful
and write them the beautiful
handwritten letter.
handwritten letter. I promise next days
just a little brighter.
just a little prior.
last time
When was the last
you
time
received
you
a
received
handwritten letter
an handwritten letter
from someone?
from someone?
These days,
These days,
it's quite rare.
it's quite rare.
Isn't that too bad?
Isn't past too bad?
Though
Hello?
receiving
Receiving a
handwritten letter
handwritten letter
from a friend
from
or
friend
a loved one
or a
gives
loved
you
one
such a nice feel.
give you such a nice feel.
Unlike with a text
Online with text
message or an email,
or an email,
a letter feels so personal.
a letter feel a personal.
Personal, in this case,
Personal is this guy
means feeling something is
mean feeling something is
special,
special
just for you,
just for
not
you,
quickly made,
a
and
quickly
sent
made answer
to many different
to
people.
many different
But
people.
what makes a handwritten
What
letter
make a handwritten letter
so personal?
so person?
For someone to take the time to find nice
To someone to
stationery
testify to
or
someone
the paper you write letters on
or the
and
paper
write
you
the
write
entire message by hand
by hand,
shows that the person took
so that the person
time out of their
who
day
time out of their
just
day
for you.
just for you.
We all know that time is something
We all know that time to some
that most people
things that most
don't have much of these days. Not only does writing
not only does writing
a letter
a
take time,
letter takes
but
time,
it also takes time to
but it also takes
find a
time
stamp
understand
and take the letter all the way to
and take letter all the way
the post office.
of the post office.
Now you really know that person
Now you really know that person
went out of their way
went out their way
to send something special.
to send something special.
Did you know that research
Did you know that research
shows that writing
shows that writing
and receiving
and receiving
a handwritten letter
a handwritten letter
actually makes you happy?
actually make you happy?
Research at Kent State University shows that taking the time to write letters helps you practice
Have you practiced gratitude,
or being happy
more being happy
and thankful for the people
and thankful to people
and things you have in
and things you have
your life?
your life? Another why?
Just think about the surprise
Just think about it, right?
your loved ones will feel when
Once of you
they open their mailbox
when they open the mailbox
to find a handwritten
to find a handwritten
letter from you.
letter from me.
That has to make you feel good,
That must make you feel good.
right? When was the last time you
When was the last time you received
or sent
or sent
handwritten letter?
a handwritten letter?
Think of someone
Thank you someone
you love.
you love,
Maybe your sister,
maybe your sister,
grandmother,
grandmother,
or best friend.
or best friend.
Write them a
Write them is
beautiful
beautiful
handwritten letter.
handwritten letter.
I promise it
I promise them
will make their day
make their days
just a little brighter.
just a little better.
When was the last time
When was the last time
you received
you received
a handwritten
a handwritten letter
letter
from someone?
These days,
Miss Day
it's quite rare.
is quite rare.
Isn't that too bad though?
Is it past the bottom?
Receiving a handwritten letter
Receiving a handwritten letter
from a friend
from a friend
or a loved one
or a loved one
gives you such a nice feeling.
give you just a nice feeling.
Unlike with a text
Unlike is a text message
message or an email,
or an email.
letter feels
The letter feels
so personal.
so personal.
Personal, in this case, means feeling something
Mean feeling something
special,
special
just for you,
just for you,
not quickly made,
not quickly made,
and sent to many different people.
and sent to many different.
But what makes a handwritten letters
But what makes it handwritten
so personal?
so personal?
For someone to take the time to find nice stationery or the paper you write letters on,
Or the papers you write letters on,
and write the entire
right, and write this entire
message by hand,
by hand,
shows that the person
so that the person
took time out of their
of time out here
day. Just for you.
just for you.
We all know that time
We are know the time
is something that
is something that
most people don't have
most people don't have
much of these days.
much of these days.
Not only does writing the letter
Not only just writing the letter
take time,
take time,
but it also takes time
but it also takes time
to find a stamp
to find a stand
and take the letter
and take a letter for
all the way to the
the way to the post
post office.
office.
Now you really know
Now you really know
that person went out of
that person was out of it
their way to
their way.
send something special. Did you know that research shows
Did you know that research shows
that writing
that writing
and receiving
a
handwritten
handwritten
letter
letter
actually makes you happy?
actually make you happy?
Research at Kent State
Research and Kent State
University
University
says that taking the time
said that taking time
to write letters
to write letter
helps you practice gratitude
help you practice gratitude
or being happy
or being happy
and thankful for the people
and thankful for the
and things you have. Happy and thankful for the people
and thank for the people
and things you have
and things you have
in your life.
your life.
Just think about the surprise
Just think about the surprise
your loved ones will
your love was all
feel
feel
when they open their
with eyes open their eye
mailbox
a box
to find a handwritten
to find a hand
letter from you.
read letter from you.
That has to make you
That's a make you have you
feel good,
good.
right? When was the last time
Like when is the last time
you received
you received
or sent
or sent
a handwritten letter?
a handwritten letter?
Think of someone you love,
Take a someone you love,
maybe your sister,
maybe your sister,
grandmother,
grandmother,
or best friend,
or best friend,
and write them a beautiful
and write them a
handwritten
beautiful
letter.
and read letter.
I promise it
I promise them
will make their day
we'll make that day
just a little better.
just a little bit.
When was the last time
When was the last time
you received a handwritten letter from
you received a handwritten from
someone?
someone?
These days,
These days,
it's quite rare.
it's quite late.
Isn't that too bad though?
Is it past to paper?
Receiving a handwritten letter from
Receiving is had by hand of
a
letter
friend or a loved one
or a loved one.
gives you such a nice feeling.
You just a nice view.
Unlike with a text message
Unlike with a text message
or an email,
or an
a
email,
letter feels
a
so
letter sends
personal.
you some person,
Personal in this
personal
case
and this case
means feeling something
Mean feel like something is special.
Just for you.
Just for you.
Quickly made.
Not quickly made.
And sent to many different.
And sent to many different people.
But what makes a handwritten
But what makes a handwritten
letter
so personal?
For someone to take the time to
For someone to take the time
by nice mistake,
by nice dictionary,
or the paper you write letters
or the
on,
paper you letters on,
write the entire message.
Write the entire message.
And shows that the person took
And so that the person
time out of their day.
Time of their days.
Just for you.
Just for you.
We all know that time is something that most
We all know that time is something that
people don't have much of these days. Not only does
writing
the letter
letter
take time,
takes time,
but
but it's also
takes time to find a stamp
to find a stand
and take the letter all the way to the post office.
and take the letter on the way to the office.
Now you really know that person went out
Now you really know that person is out
of their way
to
send something special.
send something special.
Did you know that research shows that
If you know that students show writing
and receiving
a handwritten letter actually makes you happy.
At Kent State
Research and Casting
University
University
says that taking the time
says that taking the time
to write letters
to write letter
helps you practice
help you practice gratitude
or being happy and thankful
or being happy or thankful
for the people and
things
you have in your life.
you have in your life.
Just think about the surprise
Just think about the surprise
your loved ones will feel
your loved ones will feel
in
in their
their
mailbox
find a handwritten letter from you.
to have the
That
handwritten
has to
mail.
make you
Feel good.
right?
Right?
When was the last time
When was the last time you see or sent a handwritten letter?
think of someone you love,
Take it, someone you
maybe
love,
your sister, grandmother,
grandmother,
best friend,
or best
and
friend,
write them a beautiful
and write them the beautiful handwritten
I
letter,
promise it will make their day just a little brighter.
and just a
When
little
was the
brighter.
last time you received a
When was the last time you received
handwritten letter
handwritten letter from yourself?
these days?
Mistake.
It's quite rare.
It's quite rare.
That too bad though?
Is that too bad though?
Receiving a handwritten letter
Receiving a handwritten letter
from a
for a
friend
friend
or a loved one
or a loved one
gives you such a nice feeling.
then it's just a
Unlike with
nice
a
feeling.
text message
I like to text message
or an email.
or an email.
A letter feels so personal.
A regular feel personal.
Personal in this case
Personal in first case
is feeling something is
me
special,
feelings,
just
something personal.
for
For you,
not quickly made,
not quickly made,
and sent to many different
people.
people. But what makes a handwritten letter
But
so
what makes a handwritten letter
personal?
personal?
For someone to take the time to
For someone to take the time,
find
nice station,
Nary,
Nari,
the paper you write
or the paper you write
letters on,
letters
write
on,
the entire
and
message
the
by
writer
hand
message and by
shows
hand,
that the person took time
and the brush with such time into both
out of their day
of their
just
day,
for you.
just for you.
We all know that time is something that most
We all know that time is something that
people don't have much
people
of
don't have much of
these days.
these days.
Not only does writing the
Not
letter
only
take
was
time,
tension there, was time,
but it also takes time to find a
but
stamp
it's also to test time, a first day,
and take the letter all the way to the
and take the letter all the way for the
post
post
office.
office.
Now you really know that person went
Now you really know that person
out of their way
out of their way
to send something
to send something
special.
special.
Did you know that research
Did you know that research
shows that writing
that's writing
and receiving a
and receiving
written letter
and
actually
letter
makes you
actually you
happy?
happier?
Research
Research
at Kent State University
at Kent State University
says that taking the time to
says that taking the time
write letters
or write
helps
letter
you practice gratitude
help you practice gratitude
or being happy
or being
and
happy,
thankful for the people and
thankful for the
things
people
you have in your life.
and happy in your life.
Just think about the surprise your
Just think
loved
about your surprise
ones will feel
when you
they
feel
open their mailbox to find a handwritten letter
to find a handwritten letter
from you.
from me.
That has to make you feel good,
That has to make you feel good.
right? When was the last time you received
When is the last time you received
or sent
or
a
sent
handwritten letter?
handwritten letter?
Think of someone you love.
Thank is someone you love,
Maybe your sister,
maybe your sister,
grandmother, or best
grandmother,
friend,
or best friend,
and write them a beautiful
and write them the beautiful
handwritten letter.
handwritten letter.
I promise it will
I promise with
make their day
make their day
just a little brighter.
just a little brighter.
When was the last time
When was the last time
you received a handwritten letter from
you received a handwritten letter from
someone?
someone?
These days,
This day
it's quite rare.
is quite rare.
Isn't that too bad though?
Is it past to pass through?
Oh, receiving
Receiving
a handwritten letter
a handwritten letter
from a friend
from a friend
or a loved one
or a loved one
gives you such a nice feeling.
give you just a nice feeling.
Unlike with a text message
Unlike with a text message
or an email,
or an email,
a letter feels so personal.
a letter feels so personal.
Personal in this case
Personal in this case
means feeling something
is feeling something
special
special
just for you,
just for you,
not quickly made
not quickly made,
and sent to many different people.
and sent to many different people.
But what makes a handwritten
But what makes a handwritten letter
personal?
so personal?
For someone to take the time
for someone to take us time
to find nice
to find nice
stationery
stationery
or the paper you write letters
or the paper you write letter
on, and write the entire
on and write the entire
message by hand
message by
shows
hand
that the person
so that the person
took time out of their day.
of time at their day
Just for you.
just for you.
We all know that time
We all know that time
is something that most people
is something that most people
don't have
don't have
much of these days.
much of this day.
Not only does writing
Not only does write
the letter
in the letter
take time,
to a time,
but it also takes time to
but it also takes time
find a stamp
to find a stamp
and take the letter all the way to the post office.
all the way to the office.
Now you really know that person went out of their way
Now you really know that person always
to send something
to send something
special.
special.
Did you know that research
Did you know that research
shows that writing
shows that writing
and receiving
and receiving
a handwritten letter
a handwritten letter
actually makes you happy?
actually make you happy?
Research at Kent State
Research at Kent State
University
University
says that taking the time to write letters
says taking the time to write letter
helps you practice gratitude
help you
or
practice
being happy
gratitude
and thankful for
or be happy for tasting
the people and
the people and
things you have in your life. Just think about the surprise
just think about the surprise
your loved ones will feel
your loved one will feel
when they open their mailbox
when they are in mailbox
to find a handwritten letter from you.
to find a handwritten letter from you.
That has to make you feel good,
That makes you feel good,
right? When was the last time
when was the last time
you received
if you received
or sent
or sent
a handwritten letter?
a handwritten letter?
Think of someone you love,
Think it's someone you love,
maybe your sister,
maybe your sister,
grandmother,
grandmother,
or best friend,
or best friend.
and write them a beautiful
Write them a beautiful
handwritten letter.
handwritten letter.
I promise it
I promise Thỏ. Chắc xa đi, xăng nhỏ lắm, Thỏ không chưa đi được đâu. Xa Thỏ chưa đi được cái xăng nhỏ đi đâu, Thỏ chưa đủ trình độ.
will make their day
Người mẹ ra để
just a little brighter.
chưa quẹo được mà. Nhưng mà thôi quẹo cam thấy cỡ được á thì đi. Thiệt mới.
When was the last time
When was the last time
you received
you received
handwritten letter from someone? These days, it's quite rare.
It's quite rare.
Isn't that too bad though?
Isn't that too bad though?
Receiving a handwritten letter from
Receiving a handwritten letter
a friend
of a friend
or a loved one
or a loved one
gives you such a nice feeling.
give you just a nice feeling.
Unlike with a text message or an
Cầm được phải phòng thôi.
email, a letter feels so
And letter to feel so
personal.
personal. Chứ này ăn gì?
Personal in this case
Personal in this case. Nhắm
means feeling something
phở gì nữa. Sẵn này tiền cho nó.
is special
Special mì. Okay.
just for you, not quickly made,
Nè. Ăn nổi không?
and sent to many different people. But what makes a handwritten
But what is a handwritten
letter so
letter so personal?
For someone to
Ôi. Nãy chị cái nhà đi đang yên tĩnh thôi như cái không bum bum quá.
take the time to find nice stationery
Next the time to find confusion
or the paper you
or the paper you
write letters on
write letters on
and write the entire
and write the entire message
by
by hand
shows that the person took
so that person
time
of time out there
their day
day
just for you.
just for you.
We all know that time
We all know that time
is something that most people don't have much of these
don't have much of it
days.
days.
Not only does writing the letter
Not only does writing
take time,
letter takes time,
but it also takes time
but it also takes time
to find a stamp
to find a stamp
and take the letter
and take the letter
all the way to the post
all the way to the
office.
post office.
Now you really know that
Now you really know that
person went out of their way
but out their
to
way
send something special.
to send something special.
Did you know that research shows
Did you know that research shows
that writing and receiving
that writing and season
a handwritten letter
a handwritten letter
actually makes you happy?
actually makes you happy?
Research at Kent State
Research at Kent State University
says that taking the time
says that taking your time
to write
letter
helps you practice
help you practice
gratitude
gratitude
or being happy
or being happy
and thankful for the people
and thankful for the people
and things you have in your life. Just think about the surprise
just think about the surprise
your loved ones will feel
your loved ones will feel
when they open their mailbox
when they open the mailbox
to find a handwritten letter from you.
to find a handwritten letter from you.
That has to make you feel good.
That's meant to have you feel good,
right?
Right?
When was the last time
When was the last time
you received
you received
or sent
or sent
a handwritten letter?
A handwritten letter.
Think of someone you love.
Then it's someone you love.
Your sister,
But your sister,
grandmother,
or
best friend.
best friend.
Write them a
Write them a
beautiful
beautiful
handwritten letter.
handwritten letter.
I promise it will make their day
Make their day
just a little brighter.
just a little brighter.
When was the last time you received a handwritten letter from someone? These days, it's quite rare.
It's quite rare.
Isn't
right?
too bad though?
Too bad though. Receiving a handwritten letter from a friend or a loved one give you
such a nice feeling.
much a nice feeling.
Unlike with a text message
Unlike with a text message
or an email,
or
a
email.
letter feels so personal.
Personal in this
case means feeling something is special.
Can feeling something is special.
Just for you,
not quickly made, and sent to many for people.
What makes a handwritten letter
But what makes a handwritten letter
so personal?
so personal?
For someone to take the time
someone to take the time
to find nice
stationery
or the paper
you
write letters on
you write and write Peter
tire
message
or
a hand
shows that the person took
so
time
that the person
out of their day
at their day just for you.
We all know that time
We all know that time
is something that
most people
don't have much of these days.
Much of his day.
Not only does writing the letter
Not only does writing related to
time,
by time.
but it also takes time to find a stamp
What is
and
also
take
to
the
start
letter all the
and
way
take
to
the
the
letter
office.
post office.
Now you really know that person
Now you really know that person
went out of their way
went
to
out of their way
send something special.
to send something special.
Did you know that research
Did you know that research shows
shows that
that writing and
and receiving
is receiving
handwritten letter
and
actually
letter
makes you happy?
actually make you happy?
Research
Research
at Kent State University
and Kennedy Fields
says that taking the time to write
says the typing
letters
to type is
helps you
thriller
practice
help you practice
gratitude or being
happy.
happy and thankful for the people and
And thankful for the people and
things you have in your
things you have in your life.
life. Just think about the surprise your
Just think
loved ones
about your
will feel
life for your view.
when they open their
Was able in the
mailbox to
mailbox
find a handwritten
to find a handwritten
letter from you.
letter from you.
That has to make you
That has to make you
feel good,
feel good,
right? When
right?
was the last time you
When was the last time you
received or
received
sent a
or sent
handwritten letter?
a handwritten letter?
Think of someone you love,
Then it's someone you love.
maybe your sister,
If your sister,
grandmother,
grandmother,
or best friend,
or best friend,
and write them a beautiful
and write them the beautiful
handwritten letter.
handwritten letter.
I promise.
I promise. Không có tạm chị làm nè. Sách đọc đi. Thảo tìm sách mua hộp của Thỏ, đọc sẽ đi.
Make their day
Ủa không soạn bài trước đi.
just a little brighter.
Just a little bit.
When was the last time
When was the last time
you received
when you
a
received
handwritten letter from
a handwritten letter from
someone?
someone?
These days, it's quite rare. Isn't that too bad?
Anh này học á.
Though,
Bà tớ để vô mẹ lá.
receiving
Receiving
a handwritten letter from
a handwritten letter
a friend
friend
or a loved one
or a loved one
gives you such a nice
gives you such a nice
feeling.
feeling.
Unlike with a text
Unlike with a text
message or an email,
message
a
or
letter
email,
feels so
and letter feel
personal.
personal.
Personal, in this case,
Personal in this case
means feeling something
mean feeling something
is special.
đó. Phải tiếng Việt đúng không? Cái trong đó có chuyện đúng không? Trong đó có chuyện đúng không? Mấy câu chuyện trong đó. Đó, phải thử đọc đi. Hay lắm. Anh hay rảnh hay nói tiếng Việt. Rất hợp. Để thôi mượn cuốn sách đi đọc này. Đấy, chị quá.
Just for you, not
Just for you,
quickly made,
not quickly made. Cái phòng đọc đi.
and sent to many
And sent to many
different people.
different people.
But what makes a handwritten letters
But what makes a handwritten letter
so personal?
so
For
personal?
someone to take the time to find nice
Someone to take the time,
stationery,
stationery,
the paper you write letters on,
or the
and
paper
write
you write a song,
the entire message
and write this entire message
by hand,
is by hand,
shows that the person took
shows that the person
time out of their day
of time at a place
just for you.
just for
We
you.
all know that time
We all know that time
is something that most people don't
is something that most people
have much of these days.
don't have much of business.
Not only does writing the letter
Not only does writing letter That time.
But it also takes time.
But it also takes time
To find a stamp.
To find a stamp.
And take the letter all the way to the
But it takes a letter all the way
post office.
To stop it.
Now you really know that person.
Now you really know that person
went out of their way.
Went out of their ways.
To send something.
To send something
special.
Special.
Did you know that?
Did you know that? Research shows that writing
and receiving a handwritten letter actually
makes you happy.
Research at Kent
State University
says that
taking the time
to write letters
to write letter
helps you practice
help you practice
gratitude or
being happy
and thankful for the people
and thankful for the people
and things you have in your life.
Anything you have in your life.
Just think about the surprise
your loved ones will be to feel
when they open their
mail
box to find a
handwritten letter from you.
That
has to make you
feel
good.
Right?
Alright.
When was the last time you received or sent a handwritten letter? Think of someone you
love.
Maybe your sister,
grandmother,
or best friend.
best friend.
Write them a beautiful
handwritten letter.
I promise it
I promise
will make their day just a little
just a little bright.
When was the last time
When was the last time
you received a
received a
handwritten letter from
someone?
These days,
This day,
it's quite rare.
it's quite rare.
Isn't that too bad?
Isn't that too bad though?
Receiving a handwritten letter
from a friend
or
a loved one
gives you such a nice feeling.
gives you just a nice feeling.
Unlike with a text message
Unlike with a text message
or an
email,
a letter feels so personal.
a mail feels so personal.
Personal in this case
Personal in this case
means feeling something is special. Just for you,
or quickly made,
and sent to many different people.
or many sampling people.
But what makes a handwritten
But what made a handwritten letter so personal?
For
For someone to
take the time
take the time
to find
nice stationery
or the paper you
write letters on
and write the entire
and write the entire
message by hand shows that the
so in the past
person took time
out of their day
just for you.
We
all know that time
We all know that time
is something that most people don't have much of these days. Not only does
writing
the
letter
takes time, it also takes time.
But it also takes time to find it,
stamp,
and take the letter
all the way to the post office.
all the way to the post office.
Now you really know that
Now you really know
that person went out of their their way to
way
send something special.
to send something special.
Did you know that research
Did you know that reason
shows that writing
shows that writing
and receiving
and receiving
a handwritten
a handwritten letter
letter actually makes you happy?
actually make you happy?
Research at Kent State
Research at Kent State
University
University
says that taking the time
says it's taking the time
to write letters
to write letters
helps you practice
help you practice
gratitude
gratitude
or being happy
or being happy
and thankful for the people
and thankful for the people too.
and things you have in your life. Just think about
Just think about
the surprise your loved
the surprise your loved
ones will feel when
ones
they
of you
open their mailbox to find a handwritten
to find a handwritten
letter from you.
letter from you.
That has to make you feel
That had to make me feel
good, right? When was the last time you received or sent a handwritten
a handwritten
letter?
letter.
Think of someone you love. Maybe your sister,
Maybe your sister,
grandmother, or
grandmother,
best friend.
or best
And
friend.
write them a
And write them is
beautiful
beautiful
handwritten letter.
handwritten
I
letter.
promise it will make their day just a little brighter. When was the last time you received
When is the last time you receive
a handwritten letter from someone?
and handwritten letter someone?
These days,
These days,
it's quite rare.
it's quite rare.
Isn't that too bad
Isn't that too bad though?
though? Receiving a
Receiving a handwritten letter from
a friend
a friend
or a loved one
or
gives
a
you
loved one
such a nice feeling.
give you just a nice feeling.
Unlike with a text message or an email,
Unlike
a
with the
letter
text
feels
message,
so personal. Personal,
personal.
in
In this case,
means feeling
can feeling
something is special.
something is special
Just for you,
just for you,
not quickly made
not quickly made
and sent to many different people.
and
But
sent to
what
many
makes
different
a
people.
handwritten letter so personal? For someone to take the time to find nice stationery or the paper you write letters on
Or the
and
paper
write
you
the
write
entire
letters on
message
by hand,
shows that the person
so that the person
took time out of their
took time out of their
day
day
just for you.
just for
We
you.
all know that time is
There are no such time,
something that most people
something that most people
don't have much of these days.
don't have much of this day.
Not only does writing
Not only does writing
the letter take time,
the letter takes time,
but it also takes time to find a stamp
but it also takes time to find its day
and take the letter all the way to the post office. Now you really know that person went out of their way to send something special. Did you know that research shows that
Did you
writing
know that
and
research shows
receiving
that
a
your
handwritten
Stephen and Henry's
letter
letter
actually makes you happy?
actually makes you happy?
Research at Kent State
Research and
University says
University
that taking the time to write letters helps you practice gratitude.
help you practice gratitude
Or being happy
for being happy
thankful for the people
and thankful for the people
and things you have in your life.
and things you have in your life.
Just think about the surprise
Just think about the surprise
your loved ones will feel
our loved ones you feel
they open their mailbox
when they open in the mailbox find a handwritten letter
That has to make you feel good.
has had to make you feel
Right.
good, right?
When was the last time
When is the last time
you
you
received
received
or sent a handwritten
or sent a handwritten
letter?
letter?
Think of someone you
Then is someone you
love.
love,
Maybe your sister,
maybe your sister,
grandmother,
grandmother,
or best friend.
or best friend,
And write them a beautiful
and write them the
handwritten letter.
beautiful.
I promise it will make
I promise I will make
their day just a little
will they that just love
brighter.
brighter.
When was the last time
When was the last time
you received
you received
a handwritten letter from
a handwritten letter from
someone?
someone?
These
These
days,
days,
it's quite rare.
it's
Isn't
quite rare.
that
Isn't
too
that
bad though?
too bad though?
Receiving a handwritten letter from a friend or a loved one
Or a loved one
gives you such a nice feeling.
give you such a nice feeling.
With a text message
I want to text message
or an email,
or
a
an
letter
email.
feels so personal.
A letter
Personal,
feels so
in
personal
this case, means feeling something is special just for you, not quickly made, and
and
sent to
sent to
many
many different people.
But what makes
Don't was miss
a handwritten letter
a handwritten letter
so personal?
so
For
personal
someone to take the time
for someone to take the time
to find nice
to find nice
stationery
stationery
or the paper
or the paper
you write letters on and write the entire message
by hand
shows that the person took time
shows the person took time
out of their day
out of their day
just for you.
just for you.
We all know that time is something